Welcome back to Health Daily. I'm your host, Dr. J. Today, we will talk about a new study that challenges the current belief that social media can create anxiety and depression. First, like we always do, let's talk about Google Trends. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone that you know that can use it. Let's see what's going on with Google Trends. First, human metapneumovirus is still trending. Let's see what's trending there. It says human metapneumovirus cases are surging in China. In India, they say this is not a new virus, don't worry. There's a video that shows chaos in China hospitals. Let's see if we can get to that video. Here we go right here. So this is on X. This shows a video, apparently of the hospital system. And it looks like a waiting room. I don't see anything that concerning. Let's click on this video. Same thing, waiting. This one has like one of the social media voices that I'll have to just turn off. But anyway, so this doesn't necessarily look like the surge just yet to me. It does look like a lot of people in this waiting room. We'll see what happens. Let's go back to the trending topics here and go to the next one. Al Roker. Al Roker is trending. On this trending topic, it says that Al Roker shares his wisdom. Let's see what he says here. So he shares his wisdom that his father gave him that ultimately led to his gastric bypass surgery in 2022. And so, which is this? It's about smaller choices that you make every day that can add up to big things, explains Roker, who has been dubbed today's chief motivation officer. I think part of the mindset for folks who struggle with weight or with any issue that something happens and you go, well, I've blown that. And then you're off the reservation. I think that you got to realize that it's not the end of the world now. Okay, let's start today and let's start again. So that's a very important point. When you start, sometimes you start over and over and over. Let's look at his next topic where he talks about these are the five mindset shifts that keep him motivated. I think this will help everyone. So let's scroll down here. His first one is he views exercise as self-care, extremely important. And if anybody is right now thinking that exercise is just an added bonus, I agree with him. I think that exercise is self-care. I think exercise is medicine. I think exercise is important to normal functioning throughout life. He eliminates excuses. Very important. And I've said this before, when you're at home, you're hurting or you're in pain, no one else is there, right? It's only you that can change that. So I think eliminating excuses will help just get to the next step. Embrace mediocrity. So what is he saying here? It says Roker says that accepting the reality of where he's at, even if that means admitting that he's not great at something, has helpful fuel his success. So this has helped him fuel his success, just knowing that sometimes he's mediocre, but he can become better. He's motivated by inspiring others. Share your story, share your journey. Those of you that worked with me know that I recommend sharing your journey. There's always there's a million people that are on your journey. They just need to hear from you. And then the last thing, he celebrates all movement with his mantra. Something is better than nothing. So very, very simple task, 5 things that can help you throughout your day. And let's go back to Google Trends and see the last thing is Paxlovid. Paxlovid is in the news again, not because COVID is surging really rapidly, but because it looks like it possibly can improve long COVID symptoms. So let's take a look at one of the articles here. It says Pfizer antiviral Paxlovid extended use shows mixed results for long COVID relief, study shows. So let's take a look at this study. So not a very strong study. Says the study documenting about 13 participants. And then it says that the participants are aged 25 to 50. They were infected with COVID between 2020 and 2022. So they're experiencing long COVID, which are fatigue, brain fog, muscle pain, irregular heart rate. and post-exertional malaise, so being tired after doing anything substantial. So they took Paxlovid over the course ranging from 7 to 30 days, often in combination with medications or supplements. So that complicates the study, right? So not really sure if Paxlovid is the key or maybe if some other medication or supplements are the key. But they had varying outcomes. And it said two patients who took the extended Paxlovid course during acute reinfections report eventual recovery. And then it says another participant discontinued the treatment early due to severe stomach pain. So there was varying outcomes. And so, maybe this is an important study and maybe it's not. This is on Yahoo Finance. So apparently, people that are invested in Pfizer may be looking at this study to see, is this the next step? But that's it for the trending topic. Let's get to the meat of what we were supposed to talk about today, which is the new study that challenges assumptions about social media harm to mental health. And this is on psychpost.org. So let's see here. So this study was actually done in social science and medicine. And I'll put a link to the study below. Make sure you share this with somebody that you know can use this. I know a lot of a lot of people that love and maybe even addicted to social media. So let's go through this and see what they say. So a new study posted by Social Science and Medicine challenges widespread beliefs about the effects of heavy social media use on mental health. Contrary to popular opinion, the researchers found that the amount of time spent on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook has little to no significant impact on mental health indicators such as depression, anxiety, or stress. Comment below, tell me your opinion. I know that I have some mental health professionals that follow this. Tell me what you think about this study. In some cases, the effects of social media may even be neutral or positive, they say. Again, make sure you're commenting. I want to hear some interaction with this, suggesting that relationships between these platforms and mental health is more complex than previously thought. I agree with that part. I think the relationship between a person and the social media is definitely more complex than just promoting anxiety or depression. But so how did they do this? Okay. So they set the study up like this. They had 401 participants, so a lot more than the Paxlovid study. And this is over a course of time. So 401 participants, most of them were psychology undergraduate students. And then there's some community members between 17 and 53. The sample was predominantly female with an average age of 22. So participants' social media was used, measured objectively over 1 week using smartphone screen tracking time tools. Researchers focused on 5 popular platforms, including Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter, now X. So they use also this -21, and many of the mental health professionals I know what this is. In addition to tracking social media usage, participants completed the Depression, Anxiety, and Stress Scale, or -21, a well-established questionnaire used to assess psychological distress. And so what they did was they diverted the attention during a social media session to see if they can take the distraction away from the stimulus. So meaning like this says this task required them to direct their attention away from a distracting stimulus, which was social media, and focus on a target, providing a measure of their ability to manage competing visual inputs. So they found that overall time spent on social media had little to no impact on mental health indicators such as depression, anxiety, and stress. Now, this was a small subgroup. They were all psychology undergraduate students and also community members. This was in Perth in Australia, if I believe. Yes. And it says, contrary to many previous findings, the researchers observed no significant relationship between total social media use and psychological distress. We'll see. I think that there will be other studies, maybe different subgroups. I think that this is more complex than we previously thought. Definitely includes the background of a person. I think how they have been taught to manage stress, anxiety, depression, what type of challenges they currently are in. financially, emotionally, other stressful events surrounding them. I think this is a perfect start to try to combat popular belief and to get to the truth, but we'll see what happens. But that's it for today. Thank you for joining me again. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video with someone that you know that can use it. Again, this is Health Daily. I'm Dr. J. As always, I'll see you tomorrow.